Hi, I'm Steve Sapato with mentalprosperityblog.com. Today I just want to go briefly over something that I think most of us really don't understand, and that's whether we're positive or whether we're negative in somebody's life. I know there's a lot of people who don't understand that, but it's also who's positive and who's negative in your life. You see, we can call them balcony and basement people. I'm sure you've heard the term before. If not, let's get familiar with it right now. Balcony people are the people who lift you up. Balcony people are the ones who praise you, make you feel good about yourself, and yet also can give you a critique that's meaningful and valid in your realm. Basement people, on the other hand, are the people who drag you down, who criticize you and make you feel bad, and who do things that they don't necessarily intend to do, but they do. So sometimes people who think they're balcony people, they think they're people who are going to lift you up, they think they're people who praise you, are actually the basement people who are dragging you down. There's a little anecdote that I tell in a lot of my seminars, and it's about crab hunting on the East Coast. I haven't been there in a long, long time, but if you've ever been crab hunting on the East Coast, they give you a bucket, a small bucket, big enough to fit 2 crabs in. And what they do is they take you and your group out, and they usually give it to a woman, but they'll give it to the person who's most likely to freak out. And what they do is they put 1 crab into your bucket, and before long that crab will flip itself out. It just reaches up, grabs a hold of the can, flips itself on out of that bucket. And you got to put it back in and keep putting it back in. And they say, what we need to do now is get you a second crab. And you're thinking, that doesn't make any sense at all, right? A second crab would simply be one of those deals where now both of them are going to get out. But what happens is, when you put in the second crab, what happens is, as the first crab grabs a hold of the rim and starts to flip itself out, the second crab grabs a hold. And when it does that, it drags both crabs back down into the bucket. And once you have 2 crabs in, you'll never lose the crabs again out of that bucket. Balcony and basement people are quite a lot the same. What it amounts to is, when you're trying to get out of where you are, people will say things like, oh, that's going to be so hard. Boy, don't even try that. Are you sure that's what you want to do? You know, we've always been this way. What makes you think you should be any different? So when you talk about balcony people and basement people, who you should keep in your life and what you should do, just remember, it's up to you, right? It's up to you to determine who puts input into your life and how much you'll allow them to put in. mentalprosperityblog.com is all about finding the real you and what you want to do with your life.